in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Fields going to keep it once more. It'll be an 11-yard pickup. He does it himself, and it brings up 2nd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid of his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Carroll. Got this complete to Racey McMath. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Fulton. And he's got this down to the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. So these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Carroll. And Stills over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, Carroll. That's caught by McMath. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Carroll. Going deep here for Stills. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Now Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On 1st down, Carroll. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Carroll. This is caught. Touchdown! Racey McMath with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Carroll. Open man is McMath. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Carroll. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action, Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second and 10. Fields. Flushed out right. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Read option. Here's Montgomery. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. Fulton. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
But he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st down, Fulton. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Carroll. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Carroll. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. He finds some open field here. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Racey McMath, 84 yards. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Lions 17, Bears 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Fields on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And outbounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off play action. Carroll. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Carroll. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Going deep here for Stills. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 26. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw on 2nd down. Carroll. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Carroll. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 2, Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down and 8. Play action. It's Fields. Pushes him over. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Mason. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
One play action, Fields. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
18 yards. It's 2nd down.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields dancing to his left. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a...
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run on first down. Fulton, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Carroll. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carroll. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Racey McMath. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. They'll try to run with Swift, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Carroll. Forced out to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Second and 2. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. He'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Fields now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Carroll. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And off comes to Montgomery. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, they'll take them where they can get them right about now as a victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.
2022 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Niners and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the #1 overall pick of the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his second season out of LSU. They'll come out throwing here on first down. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And he'll get this one way up, just shot. 45-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Joe Mixon, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Joe Burrow in year #2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what are you trying to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way.
and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a terrific. As he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Up next, we'll see two teams facing off for just the 12th time, while Tom Brady looks to go 33-3 against Buffalo. It's the Bills and the Buccaneers. Coming up.